Got involved in 1996, so it's been quite a while. We were fortunate enough to meet the old owner. Had lunch with him down at the Embers restaurant in Mount Pleasant. Had a great relationship after meeting him and worked out a deal. And we kind of came in under a land contract situation and took over for him. And he was around helping us out, kind of smoothing the transition. So we were in the right place at the right time. Agaming is an old Indian word that means on the shore or on the water. Yep. It was actually the guy who originally built it. His name was Roy Wetmore, and he had an old transmission business down on Woodward in Detroit. Came up here when he was in his mid 70s and built the golf course, the front nine, by himself, like with the tractor, dragged some logs behind it, hired local kids to pick rocks out of the fairways, and oh yeah, it was. That's on the Torch course. Yep. Yeah, it was a great story. Well, I think just the property itself, the views, the location of the property. Everybody loves to go up north and visit our beautiful state of Michigan. Torch Lake, it just being one of the nicest inland lakes in the world. Actually, it was rated number 3 top 3 inland lakes in the world by National Geographic back in the '70s. So, it's a spring-fed lake, crystal clear blue. It really reminds you of being down in the Caribbean. Yeah, we have a whole list of things to do for families as well. We're in a lot of great small towns, Charlevoix, Elk Rapids. There's dining, there's shopping, there's beaches galore for the kids as well. There's wineries. I mean, Michigan's become very popular with the wineries, and so there's wine tours as well. So, you could spend 2-week vacation up here and not run out of things to do. Yeah, when we first got here in 1996, there was actually only about 20 beds at the resort. It was more like just an 18-hole golf course. Since then, we've added quite a few. We're up to about 170 beds, so we can sleep quite a bit of people. And we added condos. We didn't, we're not a hotel, so we don't have just standard rooms with 2 double beds or 2 queen beds. They're full 2-bedroom, 2-bath, up to 4-bedroom, 4-bath condos. So when they come, they're very comfortable. They got a kitchen, they got a barbecue grill, they got a deck overlooking Torch Lake. So many, many, many times when you'll see people out here just on the deck having a cocktail, watching the golfers come in at night. Well, the Torch course is a great golf course. Like I said, the front nine was built in the '70s, and then they actually built the back nine in the '80s. So there's some great holes. There's actually a good, little quick story. Chick Harbert was one of the guys who was involved with the building of the back nine in '86. He was an old Ryder Cup captain, won the PGA Championship in 1954. So he had quite a bit of influence on the golf course. But number 7 here, right behind us, is a par 3. Probably one of the best holes, the most memorable holes on the golf course, looking straight out over Torch Lake. On the other side, there's some really good par 5s. Number 15 going uphill with a real tricky green. If you don't be careful, you could definitely walk away with a 4-putt on that one. Number 12 is a great par 5 with your third shot over a big gulch, kind of like a little bit of an island green because you got bunkers on the left and stuff on the right. So there's a lot of holes that run through the woods and creeks and ponds. So it's just a fun golf course to play. It is, and that used to be the number 1 hole. So that was when we flip-flopped the 9s a few years ago when Sundance opened. It's a much better 10th hole than a first hole because it is a doozy. And you got to drive with a dog-leg right down a hill about 30, 40, 50 feet, and then your second shot's over a pond to a tough green. So, yeah, I know when the high school golf team comes out here and they bring the other high schools, that's definitely to our advantage when the other kids play that hole. There's several on Sundance, but I would say the top 4 holes are number 9 on Sundance. It's probably one of my favorite holes in all the state of Michigan. Just a great par 5, dogleg right, up hills, 13 bunkers. There's about 118 bunkers on the whole golf course, and there's 13 of them just on that hole. But they're situated so that if you're hitting it down the middle, the fairways are big. I mean, you'll definitely score on it. But just the whole climbing and the views of the bunkers, how they're stacked upon each other, are great. It's a links golf course, so it really gives you a great view of really the whole golf course from that area. Some of the other great holes. Number 12 is a great par 4. Number 17 is a great par 3 overlooking Torch Lake, about a 60-foot elevation drop there. 18 is a great finishing hole with kind of a peninsula green surrounded about halfway, three-quarter way by water. So you really got to be precise on that one or run it through the neck. Antrim Dells, just like the county, Antrim County, comebacks from the old Scotland, Ireland days. We got involved about 3 years ago. This is our third year being involved with it. For the first 2 years, we managed it for the old ownership. They had been there since 1991 and had just kind of run their time. I think the owner, Dennis Finn, was in his 70s, and they didn't have a computer in the clubhouse, that type of thing. So they called us. It worked out real well. And last year, November, we ended up purchasing it. So now we have 3 golf courses, all right here within a little small area of Antrim County, and it's worked out great. It's an old Jerry Matthews golf design, kind of a Parkland front 9, and the back 9's a little more northern Michigan, kind of cut through the woods, gets a little tighter. Yeah, I think we're pretty good for right now. 3 golf courses is enough. We'd love to have people from downstate. They come up and visit. And I think the general stay is about 3 nights and probably 3 or 4 rounds. So I think we give them some great options for their golf up north.
What else should we know about Lycoming, the resort?
I think we're just kind of known for a relaxed, friendly atmosphere. Every comment we always hear or read is that the staff is great, and myself and Larry, who's my partner, he's the head golf pro. He's over in the pro shop every day. I'm in the clubhouse every day, and so we're checking in golfers, and we're talking to everybody, getting their feedback. So I think it's important in this day and age to be involved, hands-on, every day.
Yeah, it seems like it's big enough to, what is it, the old adage is big enough to serve you, small enough to know you type thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we know most of our customers on a first-name basis.
Well, how does that work out?
That works great. We just got into the wedding business probably about 5 years ago, and it's a perfect site. It's actually an old putting green where the old driving range was. We leveled it off and have a cement pad, and the old putting green right next to us here on the right of me is a ceremony site, so we'll have an arch and everything. But we'll end up doing about 12 to 14 weddings this summer. They're all outside weddings, so you only have so many good months a year in northern Michigan. But it's a perfect site. We can hold up to about 300 guests with the backdrop of Torch Lake and the condos that we have offer, the golf courses for them to play. It's just a great destination wedding site.